tomorrow morning you lose your job, how many days could you survive? 30 days? 15 days? Or just 7? Most people never calculate this number because the answer is uncomfortable. There are two kinds of people in this world: those who trade time for money and those who build systems that multiply money without trading time. This is the story of a man who chose the second path. His name was Adrian Vale. At 24 years old, Adrian was invisible, not poor enough to be pitied, not successful enough to be respected. Bank balance, $312. Student loan, $18,000. Monthly salary, $1,900. Monthly expenses, $1,750, which meant one emergency could destroy everything. Every month ended the same way: stress, bills, promises to try harder next month. At work, he was replaceable. When promotions came, his name was never called. When bonuses were announced, his was the smallest. One evening, after another rejection email, he sat alone in his apartment. No music, no TV, just silence. And for the first time, he asked himself a dangerous question. What if the problem isn't my job? What if the problem is depending on one job? That night changed everything. Adrian didn't decide to become rich. He decided to become independent. There is a difference. Rich can be temporary. Independence is structural. He opened a notebook and wrote one sentence: I will never depend on a single source of income again. The next day, nothing looked different. He still went to work, still answered emails, still followed orders. But internally, the shift had begun. He created a 3-part strategy. First, increase value. He started learning high-income skills: digital marketing and copywriting. Not casually, obsessively. Every night from 8 p.m. to midnight, he studied sales psychology, online funnels, brand positioning. He treated YouTube like a university. Second, control cash flow. He tracked every dollar. Coffee cut, subscriptions canceled, impulse buying eliminated. He forced himself to invest 40% of his income, even when it felt painful, because he understood something most people ignore. Comfort is expensive. Growth is uncomfortable. Third, build assets. He finally understood the difference between an asset and a liability. An asset puts money in your pocket. A liability takes money out. A car payment? Liability. Luxury gadgets? Liability. A digital service business? Asset. Dividend stocks? Asset. Equity? Asset. Most people upgrade lifestyle with every salary increase. Adrian upgraded assets. His first investment was small: $1,000 in index funds. Average return, 12% annually. Not exciting, not dramatic, but predictable. If someone invests $800 every month at 12%, in 5 years that grows beyond $70,000. But Adrian knew investing alone wouldn't create freedom fast enough, so he started freelancing. First client paid him $200. Second client paid $350, then $600. He reinvested everything for 2 full years. No vacations, no new clothes, no expensive dinners, no showing off. Friends called him boring. Some said he was wasting his youth, but Adrian wasn't building a lifestyle. He was building leverage. By the end of year 3, the numbers changed. Active income, $5,000 per month. Investments, $110,000. Emergency fund, fully built. Side business, partially automated. Something powerful had started happening. Compounding. Compounding is not just financial, it's psychological. Skills compound. Reputation compounds. Network compounds. Confidence compounds. Warren Buffett built most of his wealth after 50, not because he started late, but because he started early and waited. Time is the multiplier most people underestimate. Adrian didn't chase quick wins. He chased systems. By 30, he no longer feared losing his job. By 32, he didn't need one. He now had multiple income streams: dividend income from investments, a digital agency with recurring clients, an online course generating monthly revenue, equity in 2 early-stage startups. If one income slowed down, others carried him. His personal rule evolved into this: one income is survival, multiple incomes are security, systems are freedom. He didn't buy a luxury apartment when he hit 6 figures. He waited. He didn't upgrade his car when cash flow improved. He reinvested. He bought freedom first, lifestyle later. That is the invisible difference between consumers and empire builders. Consumers spend to feel successful. Empire builders build to become unshakable. An empire is not noise. It is structure. It is not fast. It is layered. It is not emotional. It is calculated. Adrian's biggest breakthrough wasn't money. It was emotional discipline. He stopped reacting, stopped comparing, stopped rushing. He made decisions based on numbers, not ego. That is when wealth became predictable. Becoming a millionaire is not a moment. It is a mathematical outcome of consistent investing, skill stacking, cash flow control, long-term patience. You don't need to go viral. You need to survive long enough for compounding to work. You don't need motivation. You need structure. You don't need luck. You need leverage. In every city, there is noise. People showing results, cars, watches, luxury trips. But real empires are built quietly, in small apartments, late at night, without applause, and one day, without warning. The system becomes bigger than the struggle. That is the moment you stop working for money, and money starts working for you. Empires are not built overnight. They are built in silence.